Test, test, test. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Let me know how we sounded. Let me know how we sounded. Of course, we gotta fix the mic. Give me one second. You know, one of these days, my mic gonna sound right, y'all. Let's see if we sound better. There we go. I always get it wrong the first time. I don't know what's going on, but we're good now, y'all. We're good now, y'all. Let me know how the audio sounded. About to send this link out, then we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let me know if the music's too loud. Let me know if the audio's good. We're about to go ahead and get into this, y'all. We're about to go ahead and get into this. Alright, so we got a few subs we're looking at, y'all. As far as news today, we don't have anything going on besides the GBP news popping off right now. So we're just gonna let the GBP pairs do their thing. They didn't really do too much yesterday. They kind of just chilled in place yesterday. GU and GJ. So the gameplay's still the same as yesterday. We're gonna be looking for buys on GJ, and then we're gonna wait and see what side of the coin GU lands on. And then we're looking for sales still on NAS and gold. So yes, all the NQ traders, we're looking at NAS today. All right, go ahead and start rubbing y'all's hands together. It's time to look at NAS today, all right, y'all? So as far as NAS100 is concerned, we're gonna look for either a retest at 24,230, or if we can break below maintain 24,140 as resistance, we could look for sales going down to these lows right here. So we got a few sets looking at, y'all. Gold ended up doing a retracement, which is what I wanted to see. So we're gonna be looking for continued sales. Did a nice drop at 10 o'clock last night. So again, y'all can trade at night. This was a clean setup you could have caught last night. But yeah, so we're about to see what London and New York got in store for us. Make sure like the lives, y'all hop up in here, y'all, and subscribe if you ain't subscribed already. We just hit 5,000 subscribers. Let's get to 5,100. Got a new video dropping for y'all today. I've been bulk recording, so now I just got a bulk edit. But I got a lot of videos lined up for y'all this week, y'all. Some videos I think y'all gonna like. But yeah, so we're about to see how this next 15 looks. Like always, y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. Want me to look at any charts, drop in the chat. But you already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. What's going on, Don Dada? What pair is this? This is NAS100. Alright, so now every chart should have what it is we're looking at. I think the gold was down here, so we'll move this gold one up. Alright, this is the game plan. Alright, so every chart should show what we got going on. So let's see what this next 15 looks like. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Look at S&P. I got you. What's going on there? I got you. Let me pull it up on my other screen. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop in the chat. Those just joining the live, we have not entered anything yet. These are just trade ideas. We have not entered anything yet. We're about to see what this next 15 looks like, though. So before I do this, are you trading the NDC Forex version or are you trading futures? Let me know before I do it. So are you trading futures or are you doing the NDC Forex side? Futures, okay. Alright, so looking at ES right here, y'all. We're going to be looking at sales. So with ES, we're either going to look for a price to break below 66.36. If we call that as resistance, we can look for sales going to 65.96. All right. possibly down to 65.60. So yeah, we're looking for sales and everything. Switch from US30 to NAS100 NQ today because I just like the market structure a little bit better. ES isn't terrible either. But yes, that's what's going on with ES. But right now we're looking at NAS100 possible sales. Looking to see if gold is going to push down for us. And then we're looking at GBPJPYs right here. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal, free Telegram. Y'all see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. $5 about to pop up in a little bit. So NAS did not retest our level, but it is all good. We're either going to wait for the retest or we're just going to wait for a break and retest right here. You already know the drill. You already know the drill. As far as news today, we don't have any news going on today. We just had 3 a.m. news for GBP pairs pop off. So we're just simply waiting for confirmations to be met and for the volume to kick in. All right, let's see how price reacts to this level here. Let's see if we can get a retest. As long as GJ can maintain 212.75 as support, we're going to look for buys still. GU's pushing down as well. We're not going to go for sells here yet. We're going to wait to see if price can break below, maintain 33.55 as resistance, and then we can look for possible sells going to the downside. NAS is still kind of chilling right here, so we're just going to wait. And then this is what gold's looking like. So again, y'all, we're just chilling, patiently waiting. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. Want me to look at any charts, drop in the chat. Let's see if we can hold this low. Waiting for a retest though, y'all. just joining the stream, we have not entered these trades yet. These are just trade ideas, so we are getting a retest on NAS. So let's see if we can hold this level as resistance. Barely missed the retest on GJ. Again, y'all, it's very simple. You just gotta stick to the game plan. Don't want to FOMO, don't want to chase trades, just stick to the game plan. So we do have a nice retest here. Let's see what this next 15 looks like. Because I do like this sell setup right here. Let's see if we can hold this level as resistance. These clocks in the way. There we go. Let me see this better. So see that price reacts right here. Shout out to those that was in the TikTok live yesterday. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screen. Instagram, playmaker_way. TikTok, _playmakerway_ post daily on both pages. Again, y'all, we're waiting for a retest or a breaking retest. We're still paying attention to NAS100 because it did retest that level, so we might jump in this in a little bit depending on how it reacts. Alright, so we hit this level. So now we're going to see if we can break above and maintain 212.95 as support. So I just got a notification. Alright, so we're going to see our price reacts to this level here as well. Again, y'all, make sure to use discount code Q1. The sale does end this week, y'all. Q1 for 25% off everything. As far as how we're doing so far this month, to wrap up the quarter, we went 5-2 last week, 5-0 the week before that, and we went 5-0 the week before that, and then we wrapped up February 19 wins, 3 losses, and then January 20 wins, 3 losses. So we're about the same this month. We lost like maybe 3 trades so far this month, which is not bad at all. But yeah, we got a few setups. We got price reacted there. So yeah, I'm liking gold and NAS right here. I'm liking gold and NAS right here. GU, we're not going to touch GU. It's still just chilling in no man's land. So yeah, I'm liking these two right here. Gold still got a little bit of work to do though. Let's pay attention to NAS right here. Because again, NAS was in Chop City for like an entire month. It just broke out of Chop City last week on Friday. Then we had a retrace to take place the last 2 days. So if we can maintain this level of resistance, we're going to look for sales. If it breaks past this point, I'm not looking for sales though. Alright, so if it does break past this point, I'm not looking for sales. But if we can maintain this level as resistance, is a go for sales. Now I like gold a lot better, but we'll see if gold can break below and maintain 532 as resistance. So we're looking at possible GJ buys, possible gold, and NAS100 sales right now. Got a new video dropping for y'all later on today. Make sure to be on the lookout for that. And like I said, I've been bulk recording, so I just got a bulk edit now, which is like the worst part. But you gotta get over it. So I got a lot of stuff to edit this week and today. But I do got some videos lined up for y'all today on YouTube as well as Instagram and TikTok. You see how NAS reacts to this level here. Again, pay attention to how price reacts to these levels. Pay attention to how the candlesticks are forming. And if y'all have any questions, drop in the chat and I got y'all. Alright, let's see if we can hold this level right here. Let them know, let them know. If y'all ain't tuned to them TikTok lives, y'all missing out. Now, it was recorded yesterday. I didn't record the full thing because I just want to see how the audio sounds. because it's a little bit different. Because at my desk is set up, I had to have the ring light tripod up here, as well as try to speak into the mic at the same time. So if those watched the live yesterday or the recording that was posted on YouTube yesterday, let me know if the audio sounds good or not. Because I'm not against doing that, especially with my signals not acting up. Because I know people be going in and out or be missing the live stream. But y'all definitely want to be in there during the TikTok lives, y'all. Let me break this shit down. Like I tell y'all, these lives is when we're like, it's business. We're waiting for setups. We're taking setups. The TikTok lives is a little bit more educational. Telegram's been tripping. I don't know if I gotta reinstall, if I gotta update it. But let's see if it's gonna act right. Let me see if it's gonna act right. Yeah, it's still acting up. I don't know what's wrong with my Telegram. It's just been acting up lately. I have to figure out what's going on with that. But Telegram ain't gonna work. I can just do this, so we ain't tripping. And for those that do not know, I be just talking about the price action playbook, but I do have other playbooks as well. I should do a better job promoting this shit, but I really just be curious to see who be like exploring the shit I be having, or who just be clicking shit. But make sure to get y'all's copy of the playbook, y'all, if y'all have not already. And then for those that need help with trading psychology, besides the videos I got on YouTube, I literally have a playbook going down step by step trading psychology as well. Both of those are linked in the big ass link, but also on the website. But I'm gonna drop that in the chat in a second as well. Again, y'all, it is month 3 going into month 4. Alright, we do not want to see the same shit happen last year, the year before that, the year before that. I was just talking to a member student about this the other day. The reason why people talk about quote unquote trading takes years to click, or trade psychology takes years to master, all trade psychology is discipline, or the lack of, and habits. That's all trade psychology is. Discipline, self-control, and habits. Whether you have good discipline, good self-control, or terrible discipline, terrible self-control, and terrible habits. That's all trade psychology is. But we might have some action going into this next hour. We just broke this level, so we're gonna be looking for a retest right here. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer, y'all. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. We need to look at any charts, drop in the chat. But you already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. So NAS is still holding this low as resistance. So we're going to see if we can close below here. Right, and this is why I say there's no point in FOMOing, right? Because price is always going to retrace and retest. And even if it doesn't retrace or retest, just wait for the next retracement or retest. Right? Because imagine we would have FOMO'd and we try to take this sell setup here, we'd have a terrible RR just for price to come back to exactly where we wanted to see it at. And now we have a terrible RR, we're in drawdown more than we should be. All this bad stuff, right? But if you just trust the process and only go for your setups, and you stop seeing every candlestick as, oh, I missed money, I'm missing money, trading becomes a lot simpler. Back in the day, I used to look at every single candlestick as, oh, I'm missing money. But now I don't give a fuck what price is doing unless it's doing what I'm looking for. Right now, it took a little while to get me that way. But the sooner y'all start thinking that way, the easier it's going to be for y'all. I promise y'all, I promise y'all, I promise y'all. So yeah, so we're about to see how this retest looks right here. Appreciate y'all that like the live. Appreciate y'all that subscribe. Make sure to like the live and subscribe if you have not already. We just hit 5,000 subscribers. Let's get to 5,100. We can get to that easily. And these live streams are for y'all. So if y'all have any questions, drop them in the chat. Closed mouths don't get fed. Like, I had so many people, shout out to those that was in the live yesterday. But I had so many people in the live yesterday talking about they're confused. And then when I said, okay, well, let me know what you're confused about, they just disappeared out the live. And I'm like, how y'all supposed to get clarity if you're not, letting me know what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So we'll look for a retest here off this next 15. That thing is pushing though. We're still gonna wait for the retest though. Also, make sure to hit that first link in the description and check out the Sunday chart analysis. Like I always tell y'all, yes, it's Wednesday, but like I always tell y'all, the Sunday chart analysis goes over not just what we see price doing Sunday night going into Monday, but what we see price doing throughout the entire week. So make sure to check that out, y'all. Yeah, GJ's pushing hard. So we're gonna look for a retest here, I don't really care what level. I always have to prefer this level, but we're not taking a setup until the retest happens. That is law. So let's see what price does. Barely missed our retest right here. Look at that thing exploding too. That thing taking off. You're right, Don. You're right, Don Dada. But I think it's also they probably be hopping in at the wrong time. They probably saw me just snap or cuss out a troll, so they're like, "Oh shit, like this motherfucker's strict over here." But that's why I be telling them, like, as long as you're not trolling, you don't know what you don't know, and I can tell when motherfuckers trolling in the comments or not, right? So I think that's what it be too. Sometimes they hop in and they're like, "Damn, this motherfucker just pinned this dude's comment, roasted him, then blocked his ass." But that's only the trolls, y'all. Shout out to the trolls too, y'all. Shout out to the trolls. Shout out to the haters. But yeah, I only be doing that to the trolls and haters. Everybody else, y'all be in there, y'all know. We be breaking shit down. I be answering y'all's questions, but I got zero tolerance for trolls. All right, y'all can do that on other pages. Over here, I'll just block your ass. Alright, so we got a few possible setups. NAS closed below here. We got gold slowly coming back down to this level. GJ, we're gonna look for a retest on GJ here. So we got a couple setups we could possibly take momentarily. We got a few setups we could possibly take here, y'all. Let's see what this next 15 looks like. All right, so we just closed above. So guess what? Because we waited for it to close, we're not in drawdown right now. This is why I always tell y'all there's no rush to take a setup. There's no rush to take a setup. That's why I always hear me say when to wait for the close and the retest. So GJ is still pushing though. Shout out to those that took that setup. I didn't take the setup yet. So again, I'm either gonna wait for price to retest this level or break and retest this level. But either way, I'm not in this thing. So shout out to those that is in it though, but we're not in this yet. We're not in this yet. While we're on this live again, pay attention to how price is reacting to these levels. Make sure to explore the playlist as well. But this is the reality of trading, y'all. You're not gonna just open up a chart every day and immediately jump into a trade. That's just not the reality. I wish it worked that way. Can it work that way? Yes, but on average, is that gonna be an everyday occurrence? No, it's not. That's why I absolutely despise when these people be online and talk about, oh, I took this trade. I was in it for 10 minutes. Yes, for the time you enter buy or sell and close the position, that can take 10 minutes. We do that all the time. But you got to also mention the time you took to do your analysis, wait for your confirmations, then took the setup. Nobody wants to talk about that, right? People talked about that, then it wouldn't be none of these, oh, I was in this trade for 5 minutes, y'all. I was in this trade for 10 minutes. No, then it would be like, okay, this whole thing took about a couple hours to play out. Because obviously when you enter a trade, you can be in and out the trade quickly, but people assume when you imply it that way that you're saying the whole process is going to take 5 minutes or 10 minutes, when that's just not the case. That's just not the case at all. So again, y'all, this is why you want to wait for the break, close, and retest. If we would have FOMO'd here and took a setup here, chasing price, or we would have FOMO'd and immediately went for a sell setup, or we had a sell limit here, we would have took a loss for no reason. That's why I always tell y'all, just stick to the setup, stick to the game plan. Stick to the setup, stick to the game plan. But GJ is pushing, but it is what it is. It is what it is. We're just gonna wait. We're just gonna wait. Look at that loss we would have took. Again, y'all, that's why I just stick to the rules. That's why I stick to the rules. So GJ is our potential trade. Not just GJ, all these charts we're looking at are potential trades. We simply just have to wait for our confirmations, right? So this is your first time to live stream, just keep on tuning in. But this is basically how it goes. We look at these charts, we have our game plan, and we just wait to see which one meets our confirmations. So these are all setups I can take today. I'm just waiting to see which one meets my confirmations. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to force setups. That's why so many people struggle with trading, because whether you just look at one chart or multiple charts, a lot of people just take shit. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to just take setups just to say I'm in a trade, right? So that's why you see I just wait for, again, A+ setups, right? Because if I'm gonna put my hard-earned money on the line, I want the highest likelihood of me making money. That's why our win rate's so high. If I just took any and everything, if I just took a trade, if it touched a level, I'd have like a 40% win rate like all these other gurus online, right? But the reason why our win rate's so high is because we only go for A+ setups, and we always wait for our confirmations to be met. You see what I'm saying? You know, that's why we got the chill music playing. That's why I always say we're just chilling, patiently waiting. These are all potential setups. These are all potential setups. We're just waiting to see which one meets our confirmations. That's all it's coming down to right here. That's all it's coming down. I do have to adjust my GJ levels, because I did make a mistake on GJ. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm adjusting my GJ levels, but buys is still the game plan. I just kind of did not adjust my levels properly. Look, if I got any questions, drop in the chat. When you look at any charts, drop in the chat. So again, this is why I always say just wait for your confirmations. Again, for those that didn't know what took place with NAS100, this is what price was looking like London session open. This was price was looking like 315. So if we would have FOMO'd and saw price dump here and start pushing down, we would have took a sell setup. Not only would we have had a shittier entry, but we would have took a loss for no reason, right? Same thing here. If we would have FOMO'd, immediately went for a sell here, we would have took a loss, right? That's why you heard me say, I like this, but let's see how it closes. Let's see how this 5 minute pops up. Let's see how this next 15 pops up, right? Everything I show y'all and everything I say is for a reason. This is literally what I'm looking for to and before I take a setup. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna be on for a little bit longer though, y'all. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat and I got y'all. All right, perfect. I understand what you're saying. where you have your stop loss and take profit marked up, is that at a certain time, or are you entering based on the break and I'm entering based off the break and retest? That's all it is to it. These are my trade ideas. So before I take a setup, I know what my game plan is. I know where I'm entering at. I know where I'm exiting at, whether I'm in drawdown or in profit. That way, all I have to do is just focus on the charts and market structure. So this has nothing to do with time. I could take this today. I could take this, I wouldn't really say tomorrow. I could take this right now. I could take this New York session. I could take this Tokyo session. Doesn't matter what time I take this out. This is just my game plan. Yeah, so it looks like we're just retracing. We missed the GJ setup, y'all. I didn't retest my level. It is what it is. I did adjust my levels, but we still gotta wait for a retest regardless. NAS ended up failing to hold our confirmations. So we're back doing what NAS100 does. We're just gonna leave NAS alone once it pushes back down below. And then with gold, as long as we can maintain 45.98 as resistance, we can still look for sales. So we're either gonna look for price to retest this level, or if we can break below and maintain 45.32 as resistance, we could look for sales going to the downside. GU, if we can break above and maintain 34.30 as support, we could look for buys going to 34.65. And there is no news today, so we're just simply waiting for volume and our confirmations to be met. We do have some news tomorrow though, but we don't have that much news this week, so the next week's the last couple days of the month. Yeah, so next week should be interesting. But we gotta get through this week first. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. We still are gonna be on the charts, but like I always say, we don't see anything between now and 6 a.m. Just wait for 8 o'clock, 9:30 New York session to look for some setups. We do not have any news today, so we're simply just waiting for volume or confirmation to be met. Shout out to everybody in the live, y'all. Shout out to everybody's been live since the beginning. Shout out to everybody's been live since y'all joined. Make sure to hit that first link in the description, join the free signal, free Telegram. Make sure to take advantage of the discount code Q1. And yeah, we'll be back live later on TikTok. Peace, we out.